The coronavirus pandemic has changed the way we live, and experts say we need to get used to the so-called new normal. One self-help book reminds us how we can rediscover ourselves during these uncertain times. Author Lex Ledesma tells us how we can hit the reset button as we ease into the new normal. He joins us tonight on The Final Word. Lex, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations! Your book is #1 in Amazon in 6 categories.
That's right. That's right. I'm very happy and blessed for that, about that.
That's huge. What made you decide, Lex, to write this book and collate some of the many ways to rewire the mindset in a post-coronavirus environment?
Well, I was under a lot of stress, and this is something that I had studied for a very long time. So I just really wanted to help and give back to the community however I could, not just in the Philippines, but all over the world. And that's why I put it on Amazon, because I felt it had the largest international reach as opposed to going with a local producer.
Absolutely. And of course, we have to get tips from you on how we have to overcome this COVID-19 world. What would be your first advice, Lex, on how to, rethink your relationship towards stress?
Right. There was a study done with 30,000 respondents, and it was done over 14 years. And they found that the people who passed away during that period actually answered a very simple question. And the question was, do you think that stress is detrimental to your health? And what they found was that it was not the stress alone which killed them, but what people thought about stress. When they felt stress would be negative in their lives, it actually went out and killed them, as opposed to just the stress itself. So what we can see is your perspective, your mindset, your attitude, your deep belief structure is extremely important if you want to stay alive in this time of COVID, which is really a time of crisis.
Wonderful advice there, Lex. And what about resetting your focus on facial expressions and actions?
Yeah, most people think that they want to attack their thoughts and their emotions when they're having a tough time. And that's absolutely normal, and there's nothing wrong with that. But by controlling your actions and your expressions, you have a better chance of success. There was an experiment done where they had a group of people bite on a pen. And as they bit on the pen, they were activating smiling muscles. And they found that those people actually became happier, while those that were frowning, they had the pen right here, were frowning, ended up becoming more sad. So what people should focus on is keep doing the things which you normally do when you are very happy, excited, upbeat. And that's what you should do now when you're down and out. Because focusing on your actions is much easier to control than trying to attack your emotions and your thoughts right away.
I will try to do that first thing tomorrow morning. Bite on a pen, so at least my smile will be much wider than it is now. So, Lex,
Yes.
What about, when you're in quarantine, sometimes you think a lot of regrets. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? How do you attack that during these challenging times?
300 people were actually studied, and what they found was that 75%, which is a great majority, they regret the things they did not do but wish they had. Only 25% regret the things they did and wish they hadn't. So right now, there's a lot that we cannot do, but we should focus on what we still can do and actually go out and do it. If you have something that's on your mind, don't wait until tomorrow. We're in the middle of an international crisis, the greatest of our lifetime, almost like our World War III. So please focus on the things that you have been regretting, the things that you've been putting aside, and attack it. Do something about it now so that you can make your life better today and not wait until tomorrow.
Attack it with positivity, and with an upbeat spirit, Lex. And the topics in the book are not just about how to change your mindset about COVID, but it also gives readers a perspective on how to apply it on current life events.
Absolutely. Right now, people are focused on stress, right? Everybody's stressed, and they're focused on post-traumatic stress. But what people don't know is there's a flip side to that, post-traumatic growth. And if we take this very difficult situation and make the most out of it, we can come out of it much better than when we started. My impetus for writing this book was to help people to thrive and not just survive, to reach the next level in their life and use this problem as a springboard to future success. So I would say, grab the bull by the horns and do it now.
For sure. Our final word, viewers, after listening to your advice, will start first thing tomorrow morning to reset and reboot their lives during this COVID-19 world. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Best-selling author in Amazon, Lex Ledesma.